All right. Wow, the intro is still interesting. Anyways, welcome to our live discussion, the Itty Bitty Nerdy Committee. I'm BC Boy,
On table.
I'm Red.
It is I, Shino Brando.
and we'll be discussing recent news from across the multiverse live from video games, anime, comics, and more. And stick around after the news to hear us discuss a newly released comic of the week.
Yeah.
So, you weren't there, Shino, but we decided that whoever joins the call last has to go first. So this is you being voluntold. What's up?
I was going first regardless because you guys have gone twice already.
This is fair.
I've been counting.
I need 10 seconds. Give me 10 seconds to do something. Chat about something.
I am sure talking about things, especially the fact that I didn't drop anything in the Discord about it because it's not really news. But apparently, like Disney's Loki is gonna have a second season and they're gonna start working on it, and they haven't even released their first one. So go fuck everybody else, I guess.
Wow.
Wow, that's so quick.
Well, yeah, there's stuff happening over there at Disney.
How do you
tell you
release
that much right now.
How do you get approved for a second season before you even have finalized your first season?
So
Let alone
here's
Having
my
more money than God.
so here's my question to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
To make a TV show, you've got to borrow money, right?
Yes.
With the promise
Yes.
that you can pay that money back and a little bit of
Yes.
interest on top.
Yes.
What kind of stupid ass borrows the money and goes,
Mhm.
yeah, your first season actually doesn't even have an official release date yet, but go make, 13 more episodes.
Listen, they're banking on the idea this thing's gonna sell and sell really well when it hits. Okay,
I mean,
But that's the trick, right? When it hits.
when it hits. At this point right now, Marvel fans are clamoring for just about any fucking news they can get.
any content, they will kill for it.
Anything. So if that comes out, they'll watch it. Actually, after having 365 days of nothing, they'll watch it.
Right? With WandaVision like just around the corner, like we're about to get a preview about what exactly Marvel can bring to the table when it comes to the small
Yep.
screen.
That's the little tester right there.
Yeah.
mm,
And of course
And
it's
with-
going to bring in a whole bunch of motherfucking money.
Of course, and that's the one they need to test with because that's got the bridge to Doctor Strange, right?
Right.
So that's the one they're gonna be playing with first for sure.
fair enough.
I like how Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan they keep talking like they're filming and whatever and whatnot, but they won't say when this Falcon and Winter Soldier ever comes out.
Because I'm sure they don't even know, honestly.
Nope.
I'm sure they had a good inkling about the initial release date, but now that it got pushed back sort of kind of indefinitely, well, at least until the first quarter of 2021, yeah, I'm sure they don't even know. Like, when they're done, they're done.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you right now, when everything is over, when if things ever get to normal, the shit that they have coming out will give you a nosebleed. There's a lot of stuff they have piled up, and all they need is the go ahead. But until things calm down, they can't do anything. So, like, once you see it, and once you see the list of stuff, man, it's like Jesus, these guys are gonna be busy for the next 5 years plus.
At least there's a plan,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
however
at
rough it is.
least.
Yeah. Well.
Still a plan.
And now
it's
Disney, that's Disney's only franchise they have going forward right now. They're trying to reinvent Pirates of the Caribbean, and they have no idea what to do with Star Wars other than just TV content. So
Well,
right now,
that's because everything they've done with Star Wars has been garbage, and they should
Yeah.
stop touching it.
yeah, except for what's on TV.
Except for
So-
Mando, yeah.
Exactly, that's basically it. So they really only have the one franchise to play with. But they gotta give us something, right? You're not gonna get Star Wars shit for a while.
Mm.
Yeah,
which
all
is
the
good.
series that are currently in development,
Yeah.
like, are so far in pre-production, you won't see them till, we do another election at least.
Fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah, they're not coming out for a minute, so just TV, man. You're gonna get Mando, and hopefully that Obi-Wan show still is a thing.
As far as people have speculated and seen release dates, it's still a thing.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like
All right, so we have that, and other than that, I don't know, man. There's nothing.
However-
there's nothing for Star Wars. So yeah.
This is another small piece of news before we jump into some bigger pieces.
Mhm.
Does anybody remember the trailer for a movie called Free Guy?
Yes,
absolutely
I
not.
No.
Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he was in an NPC.
Yeah.
That has now been not only removed from the 2020 slate of release, but has been removed from Disney's entire slate of release. It's postponed indefinitely.
They probably just can't continue filming.
Well, so it was supposed to come out in December, which means that it's probably just done.
Mhm.
But because they want to put all the Marvel stuff first and then use these movies to sort of break up the period, when
Yeah.
Marvel, when their absolute money-making machine grinds to just about a complete halt, everything else in the pipeline probably stops too.
Well, I mean, these guys are busy wrapping up and getting things started, right? Like they just finished up wrapping up Eternals. They are starting Thor in about 2 months. They're starting Doctor Strange. Like they're you know what I mean? Like they're filming Loki. They got things pumping, man. It's just a matter of when they want to put this stuff out and if they can continue filming and then put something out. Sucks they only get like half a season in and be like, well, nah, you have to wait for the other 6 episodes 2 years from now because COVID.
Oh, for sure.
Actually, plays.
The other thing I found is apparently for every movie, like Universal, Disney, Lionsgate, every one of those every movie that had to be pushed back, every single month it cost each movie $1 million.
That's ouch, man.
Ow.
Well, shit.
That's ouch, man.
Get it out quickly.
So not only does the movie need to double on its, say, whatever it costs, $500 million to make Wonder Woman 2. Every month that's now been pushed back, add $1 million.
No way.
Can you believe they're giving fucking movies student loans?
Yeah, that's the best analogy. That is the best analogy I've ever heard.
At least when they borrow it to movies, they know they'll pay them back.
Can I ask a legitimate question to each of you guys here?
Yeah.
Have any of you do any of you have like cable TV or whatever they want to call it nowadays? Like,
Why would I have cable TV?
Yeah.
Yes.
have they shown
does.
any ads for Wonder Woman 84?
They stopped about a month and a half ago.
No trailers, no nothing, huh?
Nope.
That shit ain't coming out in December. I'll tell you that right now.
No, it is.
You know what? Honestly, I would put like $10. It's not coming out. If it comes out, I will be genuinely surprised.
Me too. I just don't see it. If they're not pushing ads now, fuck that, man.
Is dead, possibly in the water.
Get that.
Well, that's the thing too, right? You've gotten all that press release for that movie and all those interviews that you just like aren't ready to quite put out yet.
Hey, we have it's now November. It's what, November 5th.
Yeah.
And we are about 7 weeks. Yeah, we're 7 weeks away from like almost 8 from this movie being released. Actually, 7. Yeah, 7 weeks away from this movie coming out.
Allegedly.
And there's no ads for it, no trailers being pushed again, no nothing, no. That movie's not coming out in December, man.
I'm bummed. I still wanted to see it, but hey, what is coming out in December though is as of the 15th, Tenet comes out on Blu-ray and home release.
Yeah.
I've been waiting to see that shit.
Yeah, no. I'm bummed that there are no bonfire nights in this year.
Oh, remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot.
I see no reason the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Yeah, but no. I used to go as a kid to bonfire night, which was put on by the local Scottish society, I believe. And we'd have a big bonfire, and we'd throw a dummy of Guy Fawkes into it, and we'd have like baked potatoes. It was great, and there were fireworks.
I forgot you're Scottish. No, English or Scottish?
English.
Okay.
Alas.
But just like the good English, she keeps tabs on all the Scottish people.
I only ask because I got Scots in the family. Just the one.
Anyway, news. Sheena, what do you got?
All right. Are we good to go now?
We are good to go. Yeah, I just needed a couple seconds from then. That's all.
All right.
And we gave you 10 minutes. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Where would you like to start there, boss man?
Start with throw Sam Jackson's beautiful face up there.
Ooh. Well, how about you start with something else while Sam Jackson finds his spot?
Jesus Christ.
Right, well then surprise me. Throw whatever on the screen and I'll talk about it right now.
Aye, Captain.
So, whole cast of Doctor Strange into the Multiverse. Well, not the whole cast, but partial cast have been revealed. You've already known that Elizabeth Olsen will be joining Benedict Cumberbatch on the Multiverse of Madness run. Joining them will be Benedict Wong. He comes back as Wong. And Chiwetel Ejiofor will pick up as Carl Mordo and be back for that run too. I'm not too sure what capacity, but like these guys are returning. I'm pretty sure Wong's probably going to have to stay behind to take care of the Sanctum, as or maybe Carl Mordo will probably jump through the multiverse with them as well. Um, and down the middle there is a picture of a newcomer. Her name, Shochi Gomez. She joins them as well in an undisclosed role, so we have no idea who she's playing yet. So if you guys have any speculation, yeah, go right ahead, please.
Okay, so in the Jason Aaron run of Doctor Strange, there's a person named Clea, and she kind of serves as like one part apprentice, one part-time student. Sort of our guide through it all. And if Doctor Strange is going to go jumping through multiverses, that might be our follow-along character as opposed to actually Doctor Strange himself.
There needs to be someone things get explained to, so we know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that Doctor Strange has, as opposed to in his movie where he was very much learning, like when we saw him in Ragnarok, Ragnarok and the Avengers 3 and 4, he knows what he's doing now. Like, he's no longer a follow-along character.
Right. Okay.
He goes into the corner and flips his shit while he decides what's about to happen, yeah.
Well, I figured because we have the Scarlet Witch there, that she might be our journey piece, right? Or our exposition tool, if you will. But, I mean, hey, two of them won't hurt. You know what I mean? And like the Scarlet Witch can get a lot more development than what she's got in the last couple of films, right? So I mean, hell, I'm looking forward to it. So
listen, you know me, you know how much I like the Strange Man.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm so sold in this movie. I just want like a trailer, anything Marvel, like put it right in my veins.
Well, they promise it's a light horror. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, so enough for the PG-13 rating, but not enough to give your kids the nightmares. Right?
Okay, I'll be safe.
Listen, I watched Beetlejuice, so like, yeah.
And they promised I believe it's Sam Raimi a little bit involved, and
yeah, he's the director.
Yeah, so like you're gonna get something. You're gonna get something, not too Evil Dead like, but something good, right? Something good. I mean, like, got a lot of stuff under his belt, and he's filmed really well. I mean, the Spider-Man series alone, right, will give you that idea. And like, he promises to jam a whole lot of stuff in this film too. So I mean, there's a lot of surprises still, to come. So just wait and see.
Our Mr. Sam Jackson has found a spot if you'd like him next.
Sam Jackson.
I can't believe you made him Q.
There he is. With his grunt face. Look at him. He's just here to let you guys know that he's currently talking with Disney and Marvel and getting himself a little 6-episode miniseries on the Disney Plus.
Shut up. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. What? So Samuel L. Jackson is in talks to have a 6-episode Nick Fury deal going down. He'll be reprising his role. Not too sure exactly how far we're going into it, but he might just pick up on the international spy man kind of deal going on. So we'll see. Last we saw Fury, he was vacationing in space.
As one would.
Right?
As you do when you spent the last, however many years guarding the Earth.
I would say a fresh 2 decades.
I would have said superhero wrangling, but sure.
That's his part-time gig, don't you know?
Right? The Fury is coming back. He will be getting his own show, and we'll have to wait and get some more news. But he's not done yet.
Good for him.
Okay, but my question to you: are they gonna retcon his fucking eye?
One can only hope. Right?
As much as I liked the movie that happened in, I'm so upset that his line that said the thing didn't follow through.
Didn't follow through at all. Someone forgot about that. We'll see. You never know. We'll see what gets fixed. Maybe that one was a scroll all along as well.
That would be perfect.
And you know what happens when you take a lot of breaks? You got to use your scroll buddies to fill in.
Also, don't count out that it is Shield, and maybe that one was a life model decoy.
Mm.
Well, you say that, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. isn't canon, and they already played with life model decoys, so
Mhm. I mean, we can do it here. Fury loves life model decoys. Half the time, the whole Marvel universe is questioning if they really just talked to the real Nick Fury or not.
The odds are low that they did at any given time.
And the fun part is, the character of Nick Fury has like a lot to play with. Even in the comics right now, like the original Nick Fury is still on the moon, being locked there.
Oh wow.
Wow.
From I think
Been at
it
it.
wasn't I can't remember what event it was, but yeah, like the white Nick Fury is stuck on the moon.
OG 616 Nick Fury.
You know what?
Yeah,
The white Nick
Oh.
Fury should be stuck on the moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
that's so
We
rude.
don't need him. The world has grown past the need for white Nick Fury.
Yeah, we're
I-
we're you know what, but she's not wrong. We're well beyond him right about now. Like
I'm
Sam
not saying
Jackson,
that's not wrong. I'm just saying, damn. Like,
Sam Jackson
I
kind
didn't
of
expect her to say it. That's all.
yeah, he epitomizes the role now. So I mean, like if you show kids now today a white Nick Fury, they're gonna be hella confused.
They'll
You
be
know
like,
who you throw in the moon in
hello?
his place though? Who is
Hmm.
canon in the MCU?
Hmm.
Dum Dum Dugan.
Oh, I'll leave Dum Dum alone, man.
The last we saw him,
Join the moon.
he was in the 40s by a poolside with his stupid hat and mustache.
Leave him alone, man. That's his hat and stash, bro.
Put him on the moon.
I think he was trying to fun. I think he'd think it was really cool.
He's the
Like,
only
before he
guy.
was
The only guy I know who's willing to jump out of a plane with like a rocket pack or like a winged suit or parachute, gun in hand, no helmet, with derby and cigar in mouth.
His name is Dum Dum. What did you expect?
This is also true.
and he would do it again.
Stop it.
Stop. So listen, as the person who gets to preview the news a little bit,
Hmm.
if you want to jump to Eternals, that would be swell.
That's what you want to scream about, huh?
If you're
That's what-
ready.
Throw it up.
Let me turn down my volume first.
Oh, boy. Jesus Christ.
I asked for an opportunity and you denied me.
Get
So on
denied.
on the screen is a leak of the Eternals cast. Image is a bit faint, but you can make out most, if not whole cast there. They are looking pretty good. You can look this up online. It is an image that's been free to leak, so looks like they're generating hype for the movie. Since now they're well underway for, I think, finished wrapping up that as well. So Marvel's got two movies under their belt done for the year so far: Shang-Chi and Eternals. So
Don't
we just
forget
gotta wait
Black
to see.
Widow.
Oh, and Black Widow, yes. Yeah,
Whenever
before
that comes out.
before the Backstreet Boys Infinite Tour.
Yeah, before
Mhm.
anybody else forgets about that movie. Anyway,
Forgotten, and you know what? It wasn't going to be good anyway, so who cares?
Oh.
Wow.
it was
Oh,
going to
someone-
make its money, and we were all going to move on. Be like, oh yeah, okay,
Well,
it was fine. But like,
she
Yeah,
may
that
have
was
a
how it was
point
gonna
because Black Widow is apparently coming up around the same month as Eternals, so one will be backing the other up.
Hey, all I'm saying is that MCU's done better than DC, so.
And
I
hey,
don't-
It's not
hypothetically,
hard.
but
that is
hey,
You're
like-
not wrong, okay?
I am
That's
a
not
ladder
wrong.
that is. I am a step ladder that is better at getting things off the ground than this misshapen rock. Like, come on.
You're okay, man. Like DC has like two good children. You can't really discount them
No,
too
I'm
hard.
not
The
saying
rest of
that.
them-
I'm just saying as a whole, it's had its mostly misses, a few hits.
I hear you. I mean, like MCU's got like 18 good children. They've been good to everybody.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I'm
Yeah, I
really
get
hope
you.
that at least this will. I'm hoping that this will be at least somewhat good for revealing some theories and all that. But just don't disregard this wholesome lady. As wholesome
And
as
hey-
she is, but that's not really wholesome. Anyways, but nonetheless.
and hey, if you want to hear all about our DC, the entirety of the DC movies, there's a playlist on our channel, which will be dropped in chat momentarily.
I hear you.
Anyway, the
Boy,
Eternal costumes look fucking dope.
Yes, they are. There are two images out there of both. I believe. I can't remember his name right now, but he was part of Game of Thrones. He's Icarus. He's got a full image. There's a few out there, man. Just go look them up. They look pretty fantastic. I just want to see what this movie's going to pan out to be. Or you know what, Marvel, since you promised to give us a little something before the end of the year, like give us a little smush video of all the things you've got done to kind of get us hyped.
Yeah, if you want to, or just drop that Eternals trailer. That'd be great.
Something.
Drop
Give
that
me a
Spider-Man 3 title. You know what?
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
if that's what you're gonna give me, that's fine.
I mean, I'm not, I'm not gonna rush you, but do it. I'm rushing.
And
Please give us something.
if you wanna, just drop an Eternals trailer also, the week after, just for funsies, that's fine. But listen, Spider-Man title, that's all I'm asking for.
I mean, they're gonna give us something before the new year. And things are coming out in the new year. Apparently, in February, that's when Marvel stuff hits again. So, and they only have a few months to play with, so they'll give us something.
I bet every day someone walks into the office and be like, are we making money yet? No? Alright, I'm going back home.
Bobby advertising comes in every morning. He's like, "Do I press the button to show the trailer now?" And everybody's just like, "No, not yet."
No.
And he's like,
But here's the thing, you're not
Back away
wrong.
from the button, Bobby.
like,
I
"All
feel
right,
like you're
fine.
not wrong.
I'll go home again."
Oh, I just want to show them. Gosh.
I'm sick of working from home,
Guys,
Mom. Like,
it's sitting in my email for like 4 months now. No,
all I
Bobby,
gotta do
you
is
got-
sign in. Like, let's go.
Yeah, you just leave it alone. You have Gmail. It's okay. It can stay there forever. Don't worry about it.
But since we're talking about Disney and being in an office,
Oh yeah. If you haven't heard, John Boyega and has had some dislikes with the way Disney has portrayed some of the ethnic characters, if you will, in particular his through the Star Wars, yes, Disney trilogy, if you want to call it. Blatantly calling them out that they just left them to be just a token character. Him along with Kelly Marie Tran, Rose, as almost evidenced in right, I think The Last Jedi, where they literally had nothing to do. Disney kind of reached out, surprisingly, although they kept quiet, and they brought John in to have a sit down. And they just kind of wanted to bury the hatchet and kind of get to, his side of everything and how, really how he felt. And hopefully from these kind of talks, right, especially from this incident, maybe things might start changing around. I mean, even Anthony Mackie has spoken about MCU's treatment of certain, people of color, and in particular his character too. So there are some things that maybe they gotta, some practices they gotta change around, and they didn't really go into deep detail, but um, it is a sensitive topic. It is one that needs to be addressed, and so hopefully, something positive does come out of all this.
Wasn't
And,
sorry, finish, and then I'll ask.
oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, wasn't Anthony Mackie's tweet something along the lines of, "Hey, how come when it was time for an all black people movie, you were fine with casting a bunch of people, but apparently for the rest of your movies, they're not good enough or something?"
Exactly. Yeah. It's the behind the scenes facts of like for Black Panther you had everybody there literally was pretty much
Yeah.
black on
Which
cast.
is justifiably so. It would be
Exactly.
weird seeing Martin Freeman there, frankly, and he had.
He was like the anchor for you guys, but like aside that, from every other production, it seems to be just like not happening, right? And it's kind of odd where you had that for just an all black film, great and all, but where's the inclusion on every other project?
It's kind of like it proved that yes, you know how to cast black actors for stuff, so why aren't you doing that?
Exactly, right?
Like they should have been doing it the whole time, but once they've proven the ability, it's kind of like, all right, so keep doing that.
Yeah, that's it. And it's like in John Boyega's case, you can kind of see like in The Force Awakens, he had something going, and then when you brought it back to Rise of Skywalker, JJ tried to salvage what he could for him as much as possible. Like the damage is already done. Like there's nothing much more you could have fixed up from previous
damage, my
entries,
guy,
so.
that's a handful of bullet holes.
Yeah, man, it's
Shit.
that. So, I mean, like,
They
Boyega left the
actually
office.
they
Sorry,
took his
go ahead.
character arc and shot it out back.
Oh yeah,
Huh.
which he totally addressed. He totally addressed because like he showed them the draft of what was to come for his character, which they dropped, and like he proved how much more interesting that would have been. Like literally, the plot for Finn would have been to go back to the resistance. Sorry, to the First Order, and then emancipate all the stormtroopers.
I can show you a pic like that.
Right?
Ellie.
Yeah, give them total freedom. He would then take over the stormtroopers as like his own type of militia and help the resistance with that.
N-
Then we didn't get that.
That would have been badass.
But thank you, but we didn't get that.
Yo, what the fuck, man? Yo, that's such a better like. Oh my god,
Right?
I'm mad now.
Yeah,
Then we got the Kylo Ren show.
exactly. We got the Kylo Ren show.
You're not wrong. Okay.
Excuse you, we got the Raylo show.
We got the Raylo rom com over there, so I don't know.
Not a
that-
fan.
the love affair that no one asked for.
This still makes you mad, man. Oh,
Yeah, it does it for everybody, man.
The dichotomy of the Force. Yo, shut up.
The dyad. That's what it was. And it was the very concept. It's like, all right, introducing new Force concepts at the very end of a series. Not totally new in Star Wars, but did it have to be the we're making this ship happen because we say so Force concept?
Because fangirls of Adam Driver were clamoring for something, so you gave it to them.
Because the cishet said so.
Exactly.
Yo. We pulled out the term cishet. Let's go.
oh my gosh.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
But I
That's
mean-
the fun part.
In this case, hopefully, Warner Brothers can take a page out of this book, kind of fix
Warner
things with-
Brothers doesn't learn. Excuse me.
Yeah, I know, but one can only give them faith, right? That they can actually. fix
Warner
things
Brothers
for
still tries to employ Joss Whedon. Shut up.
Sure. Yeah,
Oh.
you're right. You're right.
They don't learn. They don't look at things. They don't look at things till 2 years down the road, and then they go, "Ooh,
oh, we did that. Ooh. Oh, no.
You're right.
Instead, here we are, suffering every day.
And Joss
Looking at them
Whedon is still
create things
employed."
that are mediocre.
Yeah, that's it. Boyega did leave the office is saying that that he is open to doing things. If you guys ever want to retouch on Finn and do something more, he is not adverse to coming back to do something. It doesn't have to be large scale like a live action production. He would be even settle for something that's an animated feature. Doesn't really care as long as you guys give Finn some justice. He'll gladly do it. So keep your fingers crossed.
Well, we do know a
Fingers
Star Wars
crossed.
project that he's not going to be in, though, but his character is going to be in.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the Star Wars Lego Christmas special.
This is true.
I would trust Star Wars Lego with my life.
It's fun stuff.
Honestly, you know what? Star
Probably-
Wars Lego has never turned me down or never shown me wrong.
Yeah,
Listen, it'll probably be better than the original Star Wars Holiday Special.
Bet.
it always is. The Lego version is always better than the original version, which is wild because they can't even talk most of the time.
This is true.
Listen, I've been waiting for the Lego Star Wars, the complete Skywalker saga, for just about a year and a half now.
Mhm.
It got announced at last year's Game Awards.
Oh.
I'm still waiting. It's going to come out in May.
I mean, I guess they gotta finish off the rest of the whole trilogy, right? You gotta add Force Awakens and everything now.
We
100%
might
of those
act-
games take millennia, dude. It'll be worth the wait.
Oh.
This I understand. However, I've been
Hmm.
waiting. Don't show me a game unless you have a real release date.
Hey, man, talk to Cyberpunk 2077, okay?
I don't want
Hey,
to
man.
talk to them. I'm already still thinking about Digimon Survive.
I think you're the only person, but good luck with that.
No. There's another streamer on this website whose name we won't mention that is also waiting for that game.
I'm glad you'll have a friend in Digimon Hell. Digi
Oh.
Hell, if you
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Digi hell if I did you will.
that's my news for this week. Go on.
Okay, I want to go next. Can I go next?
Go for
Oh.
it.
So, Here's your weekly reminder that on Wednesday, November 25th, 2020 is local comic shop day. There are tons of great comic shops in the city. There's too many to name. Go around, type in comic shop near me into Google. It will show you the nearest one, and I bet you will have an amazing time. A lot of these places are geared towards one thing. There's a shop in this city where their entire purpose is to come across like a bookstore. A place to take your kids that's actually like a small town version of Kohl's or Chapters, but
Like a trip, like a day out trip to go to this place with your family kind of thing.
correct. There's another shop where it's completely based on tabletop RPGs. All of these places would be happy to have you in their store with your mask on and social distancing, but supporting local. But since we're on comic books now,
We sure are.
every single year, the Overstreet Price Guide comes out with a neat, last year it was McFarlane drew Spawn and Spider-Man on the cover for it. But you couldn't
Neat.
find the cover for it, but without the Overstreet Price Guide.
Mm-hmm.
So you're stuck with this perpetual book of having these logos on it, unless you're really good in Photoshop. However, this year, we get some shine to the Milestone universe. A universe that now DC has decided, oh look, we can make money off of.
Assets that people like that we haven't ruined in recent years.
Assets that we own that the author themselves hasn't been a giant something on Twitter. Let's make
Nitwit, if we wanted to be family friendly.
Nitwit's a good word. But this year we have Static in his amazing coat and his ball cap on the front cover.
OG costume.
Awesome.
Boys ready for some rain.
The very first Static Shock costume.
Boys ready to come back. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
The other thing we got this week in this news of comics is we got some shared on Twitter through many a person are some covers for Marvel's event called King in Black.
Yes.
And so
Yeah, what is all this jazz? Tell me.
So King in Black is is something I have to do 10 more seconds of research on so I can talk elegantly about it.
Okay.
I saw when I was looking for news, I came across a couple articles that talked about how it was going to be different from the Absolute Carnage event, which was their last big weird crossover event that hit lots of buttons.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really go into them because I saw that you were covering it for news, which I guess fool I am, but if there are articles out there, they exist.
So, in this, Null, the god of the symbiotes,
Oh yeah, I remember
is
him now.
coming
Okay.
is coming to Earth.
Mhm.
That sounds
Null
bad.
Null is most known for fighting the Silver Surfer in a very recent series called Silver Surfer Black,
Mhm.
which I will praise up and down in its oversized edition, but I digress.
Mhm.
The upcoming event, King in Black, is the culmination of writer Donny Cates, the guy that made Carnage cool again,
Yeah.
and Ryan Stegman, who is his intrepid sidekick, remodeling of everyone's fan favorite Venom symbiote and the wider symbiote mythos. So up until a handful of years ago, we just had Venom, we had Carnage, and we had the offspring of them. Now we've got a whole planet.
I mean, we kind of always knew it was out there, but also, good fucking god.
Well, it's the planet that isn't that the planet where Venom is considered a loser?
It sure is.
Mm.
Have you come across the name online, the official name for the Venom symbiotes and all of their descendants? Their
Oh, like,
species name?
oh no, that I don't know.
I have, but it is not a thing that I can recall.
Beastie, have you heard of this name?
Not of recent. I might have seen it once or twice, but that's about it.
So, their species name is the Clintar.
Yeah,
Oh,
there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
This crossover mega event, King in Black, will encompass the ongoing Venom title, a core of King in Black limited series, several one-shots. This is, and I quote, from Donny Cates himself, "As far as events book goes, this is the coolest, darkest, and most heavy metal Cthulhu dark horror thing I've ever been able to do."
Well, that's just
My question is, will this
right up my alley.
rival the death metal thing that's been going on with DC?
I think because, in my personal opinion, DC had too much of a head start and now has had their big boom and bust of characters and stories that while this is going to be cool and lots of people are going to read it, and you should go into your local comic book shop and pick these books up when they're available.
Please.
Correct.
If you want to support your local comic book shop, you order books 3 months in advance. That's how it works. If you ask them nicely, they might be able to order the one for next month, but you don't order it for the week before. Because DC had such a head start with DC Metal a couple years back, I don't know if Marvel could ever like top what DC has been doing.
Okay.
I don't know about topping, but they might be able to go in a different direction with it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The DC metal stuff has been a lot of fun, but I love me some Eldritch horror, and it's not very Eldritch some over there. It's just angry, not quite a clown man, you know? And sometimes it gets spooky, and sometimes it does start to edge on that, but it's mostly just like very high stakes with cool aesthetics.
Right.
Where if this can go actual, like, grippingly terrifying, I'm on board.
Very Lovecraft-esque.
But with less really blatant xenophobia.
Yeah. I learned something about him just the other day, so yeah.
Was it his cat's name? Was it his cat's name?
No, just something a bit more politically
Risque,
charged,
shall we say?
Yeah.
Oh dear. I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised how politically charged his cat's name is. Feel free to Google it. If I say it, I will be instantly shot, and I would deserve it. So.
Well, I'm gonna have to look this up now. Hold on.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna ask that you read that word once or twice before you say it out loud. How's that?
No.
I'm talking to the other two gentlemen on this show.
Oh, yeah, please do not say it out loud.
Gotcha. Well, I'm not even looking it up, but I don't know what to look up, but whatever.
Please, we have to put this on YouTube. Don't say it.
I'm not saying anything.
So, to talk more about the event, a new force revealed itself in a comic called Web of Venom, Wraith #1. The Kree outsider, Wraith, faced off against Null, and let's just say it didn't go well. Null easily rips into Wraith and sends him into the great void of space.
Yeet.
Well, okay. Go on.
While Wraith is floating, he encounters a great bright light, and the light leaves Wraith a message. And it takes it right to Eddie Brock on Earth. Now powerless, the Kree soldier only has moments before he faces the inevitable oblivion, and uses those moments to warn Eddie that something else is coming for him. The God of Light.
Poor Eddie.
Yo, Eddie gets shafted in the comics, my guy.
Generally speaking, yes. Like, even when he and Venom get to be happy and gay for a while, it is inevitably going to end badly, and he is sad most of the time.
Shino, did you have anything to add about that thing you just looked up?
Oh, I looked it up. I'm gonna say it makes total sense because what I learned this week about him, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean,
I see.
wouldn't expect any less.
I hope you share that with the rest of the class off stream.
Oh, I already did.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna transfer over to a different side of comics right now, and that is Doctor Who comics. Now, those that have been around a while know that a handful of weeks ago I talked about an event called Doctor Who: The Time Lord Victorious, which is a multimedia event involved audiobooks, involved shows, it involved vinyl records, it involved a whole bunch of things.
It was awesome.
Right. So here's more awesome. A recent trailer released by Titan Comics, the publisher of the Doctor Who comics, spotlighted the Time Lord Victorious graphic novel, collecting issue 1 and 2 of the Time Lord Victorious. The comic portrays David Tennant's 10th Doctor. He finds himself awakened in a timeline that is not his own, finding himself pursued impossibly by the entire Dalek Empire. Even more impossibly, the Daleks are losing a battle with a race who ceased to exist long ago. The Dalek Emperor needs help, and there's only one person in the universe more terrifying than Daleks. But can the Doctor ever trust the Dalek Emperor and be willing to save his empire?
I mean, correct answer is probably no, but you know.
You're right.
They genocide each other.
Or they didn't.
And not in this world, I guess, yeah.
But or they did. It all depends on who you are and how much you can look back.
Huh. Yeah, I'll take your word for it because you guys know the Who more than anybody I know.
Good band.
Other people. So, yes, they're a good band too. But I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I love Teenage Wasteland.
Why?
Sorry.
Why do we do this?
The last of my news comes from the realm of the Power Rangers.
Good lord.
So it got announced our final 2 main characters in Power Rangers Dino Fury, and that is Tessa Rao as the first in 21 years,
Ranger?
the first female Green Ranger.
The first Green Ranger? Okay, now I've got to go lose my mind about this. Thanks, Red.
You're welcome. And also Chance Perez as our Black Ranger. Less exciting. I'm still interested to see how he'll play the character because we saw on Twitter some of the fight training that he was doing. Man's gonna wreck it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I am so excited to see Ryu Soldier like transformed into Dino Fury. I'm so happy about it. I've been riding high about it for like the last 2 or 3 days.
Nice.
But that rounds out our cast. We don't know when Power Rangers Dino Fury will actually hit our screens to watch or hit Netflix here in Canada for us to watch that way. Like I know Table does.
Yeah.
But I super am excited for the female Green Ranger. And I hope that a certain very popular Green Ranger gets to stop by the set because he has that kind of pull these days.
If he asked to be in an episode, they'd just kind of figure out how to put him in an episode. Let's be real.
This is true. These
I might
are...
literally just walk into set and be like, "Hey, so can I be in this episode?" They look at everybody like, "Yeah, let's just get the script and rewrite something."
That's 20 minutes.
Okay, we need an excuse. What do we have an excuse? Tommy woke up. Okay, add it in.
This is a Dino one. They can definitely put him into a Dino one. Easy.
He woke up. Sorry.
He was in Dino Thunder. He could be in Dino Fury. Who cares?
He was in the one that just happened.
Oh yeah, Beast
Wait,
Morphers.
actually?
Yeah, he's in Beast Morphers.
I wouldn't expect any less. He's Mr. Power Ranger, bro. I mean, he's gonna
He is
be
Mr.
there.
He's got to make an appearance. Just drop in, say hi.
No, actually, that dude's too busy filming part of a fan film right now. It's set also in the Power Rangers universe. That the Power Rangers, like, big media group that is the Power Rangers entity, and Bandai and Hasbro really like.
Damn.
Huh.
It's another one of those things that's unofficially official.
It might be the thing that might spark that whole new universe that they're trying to reboot. That's coming out pretty
Maybe.
soon.
It's called Legend of the White Dragon.
Oh boy, the
Interesting.
sound of that.
And our favorite Instagram artist, Boss Logic, has not only done pins but also has done motion posters and regular posters for this series.
I'm not even surprised. That man's busy with like big media stuff now.
Yeah.
The man's
That's
got
dope, though.
work.
Oh yeah.
Successful.
That man's making bank.
That dude is rolling in the Rock money.
Yeah.
When the Rock, rips open gates to,
To go
stop
film.
to film, to just breathe some more air, like, I don't know.
Broke this gate to entertain you.
Honestly, to just post something on
I was right.
to just post something on Instagram that day.
My Black Adam paycheck will pay for a new gate. Don't worry about it.
No,
You think
his
his Black Adam paycheck is gonna do that? The man's Fast and the Furious paycheck can pay for that.
His paychecks are already paying for that.
You think that paycheck's gonna do it? His Jumanji paycheck that from the first one is still paying for it.
Jesus Christ.
Dude is still
Listen.
getting revenue from being The Rock, the wrestler. Like, forget
The
it.
man
Yeah,
still
he's
is The
still
Rock,
like
the
Rock.
wrestler.
He's getting cash.
I'm like 90% certain that eventually, when Black Adam meets Superman, that's about the only dude The Rock will let beat him because
beat on
it's
screen.
Superman.
That one's probably okay.
What's another wrestler gonna do? Look at him, be like, "Haha, Superman beat you." If be like, "Yeah, Superman beat me."
The Rock has already said when Black Adam meets him on screen, he's just gonna chew his head.
I
Okay.
mean, figuratively, I'm assuming.
No,
One can
live
only
on
hope.
screen for all of us here on twitch.com/nerdscrusade. Like,
I don't want to know more. Beastie, do you want to go for your news next, or shall I?
Are you eager?
I can speedrun my news if we want. Because we have officially hit that hour mark and I am watching the time.
You can speedrun it if you want.
Oh,
speedrun,
okay,
here we
right.
go. Where do you want to start? Turtles, here we go.
Throw up the turtles. Thank you.
Jeez.
Ooh, turtle news. I like this.
So, the 30-year anniversary of the Ninja Turtles recently came up, right? It was a 1990s film. That was 30 years ago. I wasn't
Yeah.
born. Oh.
I was aware. Yeah.
Well, one of the screenwriters, Bobby Herbrecht,
Mhm.
I can't say names, Herbrecht, said that he would definitely be willing to make a sequel in that world with those turtles and those puppets, or better puppets.
Interesting.
I have exactly
Okay.
2 questions.
Yeah.
You want to make a Turtles 4?
Yeah, that's that's one of them. Doesn't there always already exist a one with those puppets in a sequel?
Yes. There is a 2016 one that was a sequel, and there was also
No,
Out of
there's
the Shadows
Turtles too.
And there's an animated film by Seth Rogen and Evan Green, which is currently under production. But the specific discussion here was that it would be a matter of puppeteer Brian Henson, director Steve Barron, that kind of thing, back with modern tech to work together to try and do Turtles, but better than they did in the 90s. So it'd be more about the creative team than too much else, is the vibe I got from what I saw.
Because like the first film, everything looks fantastic. Even when I rewatched it not too long ago, for that matter, too. And it's that movie. Like, their costumes and masks still hold up. It's the later sequels that aren't very good. Once you get the Turtles 2 and 3, you can really see that the quality in the costumes and everything, animatronics, drops heavily.
Nosedives, if you will.
Yeah, yeah, very big time nosedive, tailspins, if you will.
Yeah, there
So,
is a sequel. It's called
like the
Secret
first
of the
one,
Ooze.
the first one really holds up. It does. Like I love watching that film. Like the other two, I like Turtles 2 and 3. I don't really have any love for. Turtles 2, Vanilla Ice. Turtles 3, stupid story.
Yeah.
I
But-
like how all you had to say was Vanilla Ice.
All I gotta say is the ninja rap was just enough for me, man.
Go turtle, go turtle, go!
It sounds
Yeah.
like they want another shot at this world and these turtles. And you know what? I'm not emotionally invested in Ninja Turtles. Sure.
It's-
Good luck
Okay.
to them.
My
They
old
just
ass
turn up every
is,
now and then in
so,
crossovers. Like, hello, Ninja Turtles, you know?
my old ass is
May
because I grew up
I-
with these motherfuckers. So I want to see
May
more
I
of that.
suggest a series for you to get emotionally invested in the Ninja Turtles?
Which
You
one?
can suggest it.
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh,
I would further go say the Watch of 2000 series because that was way better.
I do vaguely remember the 2000 series.
Yeah,
Very much better.
that had the sequel series of like Turtles, Flash Future or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that first series was great because it as violent as the Turtles in print were, they kind of fall through as much as possible with like the original storylines, and it kind of held up like a really good, faithful show. So that one in particular holds like really high, other than the one I grew up with because fuck, that was the one that came out. So
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I promise you, is as anime as those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are gonna get.
oh yeah, I've seen the fight scenes.
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen them.
They are fluid as all everything, and they've got character growth. And I like me some character growth.
We do. We like stories that make sense and are written.
And also, they like to play into the eat pizza joke,
A whole lot.
and that's fine. But they don't rub it in your they don't beat it like a dead horse.
Ah,
Appreciated.
Much.
Very much appreciated.
Where would you like to go?
Take me to Halloween. Please.
But we just got done with Halloween.
I know, but we're talking about Halloween Kills.
ooh.
So,
He
that
speaks of-
film was supposed to come out this year. They finished
Mhm.
filming last year. It's
Hmm.
going to come out next year, October 2021. Halloween
Okay.
Kills. I was excited to see it when it got announced. I will continue to be excited to see it when it actually comes out because I really do love the idea of the final girl coming back to kick the shit out of the killer because you know what? Screw you. Screw you so much for all that drama. You
So
know?
listen, that last one I watched there, that latest one that came out, that was masterpiece, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was F kiss.
And the word on Halloween Kills from actors and production and whatever, people who were involved in making it, say it's going to be really good when it comes out.
I bet.
So good, in fact, that it does have a sequel. Halloween Ends, which will come out in 2022. There's not a lot of details, as in, like, there's a damn near gag order put out on everyone involved. But a quote from Jamie Lee Curtis was that it will focus on the concept of legacy.
Oh no.
Legacy of evil, legacy of trauma, probably. And I'm really jazzed for that. I love aftermath stories. And obviously, it's not going to be just an aftermath story because that'd be too out of the genre. But that idea of the things that are left behind, that should be a lot of fun. That should be a lot of fun.
Listen, man. I gotta see how he made it out of that shit. I gotta see it, man.
Right? Right?
It was like I don't want to spoil for nothing, but from what I saw there, I'm like, there's no fucking way anybody's, you know what I mean? Like, unless you're Mr. Miracle, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way, man.
I am absolutely jazzed to see it. Like, it's gonna be fun. I love horror. There hasn't been a good slasher film in a very long time outside of like very particular ones. This should be fun. Which takes me to my third piece of news. This one also fairly brief. So take me to the picture of Grant Morrison, please.
That's Grant Morrison?
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah.
I thought that was Dan the Dio. I thought that was Bendis. Like,
Oh,
you had me thrown for a loop on who the heck that was.
Was that Lex
completely
Luthor?
fair.
I thought it was Professor X, man. Yeah.
Listen,
Professor
some
X
of us,
hangs out with Green Lantern. Yeah, sure.
some of us know what we're talking about. Some of us have a vague understanding on comics. It's okay.
No, it's not that.
He's
No. Don't do
not
that.
wrong, because down below there's Jean Grey, there's Scott,
There's a
there's
lot of
Beast.
X-Men on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I
Like, the
mean,
thing is, I saw the face first, and I didn't see who was there, so I was like, Professor
Okay.
X, what?
Sure.
So, ha.
You don't
I
immediately
get
pick.
it, but you do
don't-
deserve to be a little bit mocked.
I did not.
Anyway, what the heck is Grant Morrison doing?
They came out as non-binary.
Did he now?
Yeah.
Really?
In an interview, they talked about how they've had a complex relationship with gender their whole life,
Okay.
like since they were 10. But they never really had the terminology to talk about it. And with
Okay.
the modern vocabulary expanding, they finally found a way to identify that they were comfortable with.
Okay, I'll have to get used to that. I've known him as a him and he this entire time. Okay.
I would assume odds are probably not bad that they wouldn't be like terribly offended. You're right. They're very much an adult person.
Yeah.
But I think it's neat. I think
Okay.
that's rad. And it also explains to me why so many of Grant Morrison's stories are so good.
He's so understanding.
They
Gets
get it. Finger on the pulse, boys. Finger on the pulse.
Gets it.
I
it's
am
neat.
just blown away. You've left me speechless. That's a hard thing to do.
I think it's neat. I was super jazzed about it. I feel really good about this news. This is fun.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Beastie,
Which I
how you gonna approach this wonderful, awesome news? What are you gonna hit us
Follow
with?
up.
And that is a good question. I will start with Among Us first.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna ease into my news real quick. As much as possible. Which with Among Us, there's mostly just like updates, if anything. So what they have added is, or what they're initially going to be working on for this next one, is going to be a small a map that is going to be almost a size or bigger than Polis. Which, if you know the game, you'll understand how big that is. I don't remember the names of the maps, so I don't know myself. But they're doing that. They're also adding in, or making some outlines for future content as well, and a colorblind support system and an account system for basically if you have friends that also play the game. So basically, just kind of getting ready for that, working on different new task types for the game. So just a bigger patch update, but like with different content for later in the future as well.
New stuff.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
The colorblind thing, because I saw someone like make a full chart on comparing what all of the sprites look like to different types of color blindness, and man, that would make the game really hard.
I mean, it'll be interesting how it works, because obviously people are like white is sus, or specific colors are called out, so it's going to be interesting for colorblind once viewers or players, once this happens. So it'll be interesting to see how it comes out.
The support system ought to find some sort of way to compensate for that, like even if it's just don't mind me dropping my harmonica, even if it's just like a different kind of label for that'll appear next to them when they've got like what the color is specifically. But yeah, no, currently playing colorblind would be really janky.
Yeah, it'd be a wild ride, that's for sure.
And hey, speaking of a wild ride, before we jump to the next news topic, if you want to watch us play Among Us, you should join us here for our charity stream on November 28th.
Slip plug, bro.
Thank you.
Nice.
Just a minor thing before we jump to the new thing. As of earliest December, players will be able to report toxic or hacking accounts, because that's still a thing in this world, sadly. And also professional translations for multiple languages are also in the pipeline following the colorblind support. So yeah, it's gonna be broken out for those people, our international friends. Gotta work that in, so it'll be interesting. Throw up, please, the N7, because I'm gonna throw this around and then make the other one last.
Hi,
Also,
Captain.
Yeah. So, as of people that know the Mass Effect game, and 7 Day is coming upon us, which is this Saturday for most people. I believe the time they have mentioned that they're having the little mini event. It's going to be around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then apparently they'll be showing a mini board game called Omniblades in the Dark with Grandmaster Austin Walker and a special cast of players. So Steve Bloom and some other various voices are going to be added for this, which is going to be interesting to see.
Yo, Steve Bloom, let's go.
Yeah.
Blades in the Dark.
Yeah. That's the name of the game.
Dude, because Blades in the Dark is an existing game, right? So I imagine they're going to play on that. They're going to probably use its build system and work from there.
Probably. Yeah. Because it's a special N7 version of it. So tabletop RPG Omniblades in the Dark. That's so.
Oh my god, that'll be so fun.
That'll be interesting. So the game for that will start at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but the official episode itself will start at 1 on, I believe, the BioWare Twitch channel. So if you're able to find out the time difference for you or yourself, look into that, and then be ready for some interesting voices. And I believe Commander Shepard, the original voice actor for that, should be there, or for the male Commander Shepard should be there. I don't know about female Shepard, but it's gonna be a big cast of people, so be ready for that.
You said that a bad word. You said BioWare.
It's the company's game.
Listen, that dude's local though. Like he's from here.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Listen, hey, the odds of that dude ever interacting with us on Twitter, pretty zero. However, if that dude wants to be on this show,
man,
I'd probably scream, cry.
We're not gonna stop you.
He could take my spot. I'll don't mind me just watching.
Jesus.
Come on down.
And then that brings us to the last little bit of the last news that I have, which is Anthem Updates.
Excuse me?
Yep. And this is as quick as possible as I can make it. This is, as they've called it on most areas or the articles, Anthem 2.0.
Okay.
Update. So, what the update is going to be mentioning is basically the Javelin gameplay, which is the suits, builds, skill tree, and artifact details as well.
Okay.
So they're on the BioWare's specific blog. They've mentioned that these ideas and mockups that they're kind of working on, not an official patch, but things that are being worked on just to see what they can throw in, are being worked on. So on the bottom right of this of the screen that we see right here, this is the recently worked on in-game UI, and so this is more leading obviously to the Destiny UI in a sense, so that way people are able to honestly see it the way that people would be playing it from Destiny in that sense.
It looks like a Destiny reskin, honestly.
Yeah, so that's because obviously it's something that people are used to.
I mean, Destiny was a game, at least.
Continues to be a game. People still play it.
Hey, that's what I mean. It's a game.
Yeah. And the DLC is still pretty. No, I wouldn't say good because I haven't played it, but I know DLC is been good. So
it's been quite good. They're now moving on to Evil Triangles.
Okay.
That sounds like some type of content. I wish Anthem had that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're working on it, so as long as they work on this first.
Anthem up until recently didn't know what the word content was.
Hey man, they were rushed, okay?
They put all of their points into their graphics engine and forgot to hire a single writer.
Oh man!
Wow.
Whoa.
Nonetheless, besides the Javelin change-up, the builds were kind of the main things that people were kind of not happy with in a sense.
That's boring.
So they were basically talking about with besides the UI, which is the hub screen. They're kind of working on with the abilities of the outlooks and loadouts looking a little bit more, again, Destiny-like, so that way people are able to understand if they have the same armor pace or something that is stronger, they can tell by difference or whatever. Besides that, with artifact slots, the mods in artifact slots would replace components, and then players should be able to manage their equipment and abilities in their loadout screen.
I wouldn't be mad if they just inserted Destiny a game
mhm.
to Anthem and just made that a game.
If they just put Destiny into Anthem and reskinned everything, I would play it.
See what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna play it. It doesn't feature any anime boys. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm glad everybody else is.
Guns and capes, bro. Guns and capes.
You can make your character look like an anime boy and then just never see him again.
yeah, and then you can fly around too, which was dope.
I like flying.
Yeah, that's
but
what it was.
But that's all you do.
Yeah, that's
Jetpacks
the
are
only thing.
cool, and that was the basic idea of Anthem.
It's
Jetpacks
not
are
even
cool.
continuous. Your engine overheats, so you have to stop.
Which that wasn't even the original idea for that, but
Doesn't matter. That's what you play.
that's what we got because of rushed big boys.
Fuck was that?
Yeah.
Right, give me the premise of I can fly anywhere, but then I have to take breaks, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, it'd be like that.
Get up, walk around a bit, remind your knees that they're
Get a glass of water or something.
It's ridiculous. Get to this mission. Okay, flying. Overheating, stop. Fly again.
Break.
Overheating, stop. Fly again. Overheat, stop. I'm finally there. Woo! It took me like fucking 10 extra minutes because I had to stop.
That is pretty sad.
Fuck that, man. It's so shit. Hopefully they actually give us a game.
Yeah. Well, with the final bits and pieces was obviously besides the story, because I would want the story being worked on. The skill trees are also being worked on.
Has a story?
It needs a story,
It
dude.
needs a better story, my guy.
It needs one,
Sorry.
man.
But yeah, the abilities would now are looking at as unlocks instead of drops. So initially, you just basically get certain abilities from either certain raids or different missions. Nonetheless, and you can then switch it out once you're back at your, I guess, your camp or campment or whatever it was. And instead, they're trying to make it for unlocks as regular. That way, it's able to switch out when you're in your base, whatever. Kind of go from there, and then obviously continue on your mission. And then builds would be defined by synergies and specializations, abilities, and then it can be enhanced by mods and also equipment. So that way, now it's going to work a little bit better with everything, rather than it being kind of like, oh, you picked it up, all right, cool. So.
Neat.
I mean, that's cool and all. It sounds like you're making a game, but like, story, man, you better give me something good out of that. That whole Anthem story, what I played was essentially a waste of time.
I mean, I didn't even finish it, man. I got to like a decent part.
You didn't?
No.
Guess what? The most sus guy you hang out with, who's probably going to betray you. Guess what he does?
Betrays you.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say that was sure. But damn.
I mean,
It's like it was written in the fucking stars.
She.
So like you go on this one mission, you fail. Then you have these people that you hung out with who harbor hardcore feelings towards you because they failed. Then like you team up with a new guy who's probably gonna betray you because he acts super sus as fuck. Then he does betray you because he was super sus as fuck. And then you have to go chase after him, which leads to nothing because he still fucks off with the thing you needed. You make a mod add to your suit and you become super suit guy, and it builds up to nothing because the last boss you fucking kill within fucking 2 frames. So I mean, yeah, give me a game, bro. Give me a fucking game, man.
I mean,
holy shit. Hey man, that guy you hang out with, he's shady as fuck. You better keep an eye on him. Nah, he's all right, bro.
And then he is not all
He
right.
betrays you. Oh my god.
you hate to see it.
Cut. He fucks off with your suit. Oh my god.
Give it back, please. Those are my pants.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, this is my suit.
My pants now.
Fuck.
But yeah, I digress. That is all I got for that. So
There is hope in Anthem's world, sort of.
I've got some freaking news before we jump to our book this week.
Oh.
Pop in the Box has released their next has officially released the mold of their next Venom Pop figure.
So it's official. Damn.
Oh, the wing one, yeah.
Dope. I might need it.
I was showing that off earlier today, the back of the box.
Hey, Shino.
I don't know. No, I have Venom. 2 of them. I'm okay.
I
Are
know.
you sure
But
they
this
don't need
one's
a
got
friend?
wings.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Maybe I might need one with wings. I don't know.
If you need that, then don't worry. You just talk to me. I help you out.
You know the hookup.
Yeah,
He is the hookup. What do you mean?
He knows
come
the
to
guy.
me this day, the day of my daughter's wedding. Okay? Don't worry. I'll do this favor for you. Don't worry.
Oh, jeez.
Reach out, man.
I just gotta see how big wise it is from the box, but
Listen,
it's probably
It looks like a regular size.
okay.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It's gonna be super back heavy. I can tell you that much right now.
She.
Yeah,
That's
take it.
fine.
Venom, not so good at the balancing thing.
Venom, not so good at the character development thing.
Yeah, yo.
Hey, Eddie, you're a loser like me.
Stop.
Eddie, put me in you, Eddie.
Let me get inside you, and we can be
They're
losers.
in love. Don't be weird.
Oh man.
Eddie's
You
like,
can
know
be
what?
in
You've
love and
already...
inside of each other. You can tell me that's not
Well, hey.
possible.
And he's like, you've already penetrated me, bro. You're already here. So why not?
They're in love. I don't know what to tell you, buddy.
Oh man.
It's that whole
Fellas, is
line.
it gay to be in love with your parasite?
It's the whole line of like, oh my god, sudden realization. My god, Eddie, you're a friggin' loser like me.
That was pretty good.
Damn.
Chums for life.
Bros. Bros before hoes. Except they have no hoes, so it's only bros.
Bros am hoes.
Bros and holess.
Gentlemen, are you ready for our book this week?
Oh god.
Ladies and gentlemen, you mean? Yes.
No, well, I mean, yeah.
Ladies
She
and
has to be
gentlemen,
ready.
Folks of the round table.
Grant Morrison themselves.
Damn right.
We give you this evening DC Dead Planet number 5 of 7.
Yeah, this story just keeps happening, huh?
It certainly does. You know what? John Constantine's up to some freaking shenanigans and hiding it from Dr. Fate to start this show off.
That's literally how it starts, yes. But I can't look at the Tower of Fate without thinking about the very first issue of Dr. Fate, which we read. It's on our YouTube for better or for worse. And which he kidnaps a small child into that castle. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
This is
Yeah.
significantly better written than that, I will give.
It's
J.M.
not a high bar.
DeMatteis. Yeah, J.M. DeMatteis is a fantastic writer and has done wonderful things for lots of characters. However, he is not Tom Taylor.
Ooh. No.
Man who probably reinvigorated Spider-Man for a lot of people. But today we're going to hop that fence.
Mm-hmm.
So, John Constantine has summoned Etrigan, you know, Mr.
Nice.
Rhyme Time himself.
Nice.
You know what he could insists to Dr. Fate is a coat closet.
Listen, there's another book out for Hellblazer where Hellblazer is literally in bed with a demon. It's not just a coat closet, honey.
Shh. He doesn't have to come out of it if he doesn't want to.
This is true, but when it's on panel and he's in bed,
Yeah. Yeah.
and King
he's
Shark
fucking demons
winks
in
at
the
him in a
closet.
different reality.
I know.
Oh.
Table, why don't you continue with our story for a little while?
So he goes into the alleged closet and talks to Etrigan's like, hey, so you know how Trigon's gonna show up and burn our entire world to the fucking ground? Have you got a timeline on that yet? Etrigan suitably answers in rhymey fashion, and John Constantine kind of goes, dude, rhymes do not convey time. Please be more specific. So Swamp Thing turns up and kind of goes, yes, please be more specific. And the answer is, 3 days, give or take. Have fun. John and Swamp Thing exit the alleged coat closet. Swamp Thing backs John up on the what's in there question to Dr. Fate. And then they go find the current Batman, who is hanging out with a dog because it's Damian Wayne. And, you cannot make him sympathetic when he talks to people, so you got to give him animals instead.
Now, to catch everybody up, what happened to Bruce Wayne? He got the virus very early on in this series, and he bit the dust in issue 2 of the original Deceased series.
Yeah, they killed off a lot of characters very early on.
I would highly recommend the end of Deceased, where a certain other big notable character also bites the dust, and it rips my heart out every single time I've read it, and I've read it 4 or 5 times.
Fair.
Because, sometimes I need to feel things. So, because now we've got Damian Wayne with a dog, Constantine has this plan, and Damian Wayne being
this really shitty blanket.
And Damian Wayne being, as detective as his old man, decides to go, oh, no, we're not going anywhere until you, John Constantine,
tell me the plan.
Tell me, and don't just tell me the plan, tell me the whole plan.
All of the plan, please. And if you lie, I will notice. So, John promises, tells him the whole plan, and promises that, and no one will die who isn't already dead.
Remember this, kiddies.
Oh boy.
Foreshadowing.
So we meet some more of the Bat family that's coming on this adventure. We have Red Hood. We have his wife, Rose Wilson, daughter of
Ravager.
They're really doing that. Okay.
They're really doing that.
Whoa. Okay.
You get a rare smiling Damian Wayne dressed as Batman, which is honestly kind of horrifying to look at, but we'll let it slide because he deserves happiness.
And you know what? He hugs them both and says he's really proud of them.
Yeah. We get Cass in her Batgirl outfit, which, as always, looks fucking phenomenal.
Why do you think I picked this issue for us to read?
You know my favorites.
So, we have this plan, and John Constantine decides to basically invert Swamp Thing. That way they can walk inside of this now inverted Swamp Thing, and then they go...
They can use... Because Swamp Thing can go anywhere in the green, right? That's a whole thing. You can teleport around because green. And because John and Swamp Thing had a whole thing involved in creating a child sort of together, not really. It's complicated, and Swamp Thing explicitly says, we don't talk about that. They're joined in some way, which means that John can zoop them all inside Swamp Thing and use them as a teleporting path to outside of Nanda Parbat.
Oh, Swampy won't like any of that.
No, hold on. Before we continue, you're telling me somehow, some weird, possible mystic way, I'm not going to consider physical, these two got like a kid together?
Oh, bro, it's magic. Why are you questioning this?
So,
okay, wait, let me pull up John's exact quote on the process.
I've got it.
Okay.
He once used my body to have a baby with his ex. We don't speak of that, John Constantine.
The upshot is we're joined.
And who said this? It was something?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Understood.
Now.
Okay.
Makes sense now.
For his... Okay. Well...
Makes sense now.
So,
listen,
for those not familiar with Nanda Parbat, that is the hidden city of the League of Assassins. It is, generally speaking, one of the most defended and best kept secrets in the entire world. It is in the mountains somewhere in the Middle East, as ambiguous as Ra's al Ghul's ethnicity.
Or how you actually say his name. Anyway. It's certainly not Rash. Austin.
Red.
Him too.
Anyway. So, they get there, and sure enough, there's a whole lot of the anti-living. The zombies that aren't zombies outside.
The deceased, if you will.
Okay.
But they couldn't use that name because DC doesn't have meaning to the characters in its own universe, which makes sense.
Wow!
Right? So, anti-living. And with this horde approaching, Red Hood is like, well, at least we don't have to hold back. And Damian's like, yeah, we do. If there is an option for a cure, we can't just go around killing people, even if they are currently infected. Which means they now get to fight this zombie horde with minor maiming at best.
We're talking
Thankfully
like
for
broken
them,
knees,
they have-
broken noses, things like that.
put some
80%
holes in them.
restraint. 80% restraint.
So, but thankfully for them, they have Cassandra Cain, the world's best mild maimer.
Jeez.
And
So-
Rose Wilson, who can kind of see the future sometimes.
So, okay.
So Constantine's not a scrub when it comes to combative magic. Jason doesn't suck at shooting things, and Damian is technically speaking Batman at the moment.
Uh huh.
I mean,
Not
Jason
even
is
technically. He
speaking-
says he gets called.
He is literally Batman, yes. So, they make it to the doors and they go, okay, cool, how the fuck do we get in? And Rose goes, actually, I just need to knock. So they do. And the doors are opened by
Boston
Dead man.
Brand,
Oh, dead man. Cool.
Okay.
who,
They actually
because
don't-
we're in the anti-world, the world of the sort of not living, and and also
Weird
in
magic
weird
shit.
mystical places,
Mhm.
everybody gets to see Dead Man now.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally,
Okay.
some recognition.
And there's also a bunch of locals from inside to fight back the horde. So they go inside to do their business. And by do their business, we mean John Constantine has showed up for the Spear of Destiny. Powerful enough to kill a god.
I mean, it's supposedly the weapon that pierced Jesus Christ in the stomach. So I mean, yeah.
Supposedly, damn. Okay.
Allegedly,
Haha.
yes.
Remember that thought for a hot second.
Mhm.
But this spear is guarded by Ramakrishna, who says, "Look, dude, I can't just let you take the spear. We're bros. You can come here and hang out, be
You can
safe.
come
that
chill
kind of
on my
thing."
couch, but you can't steal my stuff, dude.
Yeah, and he goes, "Yeah, I know you don't want me to take the spear, so," and stabs her
Oh, okay.
with
Stab
the spear
karma.
of destiny.
We're just gonna stab karma. Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everyone kind of goes, "What in the fuck?" But
I
Dead
would
Man,
too.
who is really upset about this and is about to try and kick Constantine's ass, tries to jump him. But alas, you know that weird blanket he was holding earlier?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't mention it a lot.
I mentioned it once. Specifically because it's relevant now. That weird blanket is actually Ragman's Cloak of Souls that was used to steal spirits and that could then empower the wearer. So John shoves Dead Man in the blanket. So now he stabbed Karma, he's got the Spear of Destiny, and Dead Man in a weird blanket.
Okay.
Okay, racking up points. Okay.
Blanket
Their
time,
local
y'all.
business is done. It's time to leave.
Okay. All right,
Red
Jack.
Hood, and I quote, when Constantine tells everybody, don't worry about it, Red Hood says, don't worry about it, you stabbed a goddess.
I mean, yeah.
Apparently, not fatally. She'll be fine, but she'll probably be pissed about it for a few centuries.
I feel piss is light. But continue.
But now they've magic teleported away, and they are at the Rock of Destiny. You know, the home of the wizard Shazam.
Okay, we're just going for all the god stuff. Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
when your world ends in 3 days, you'll do anything to stop it, right?
Suppose.
Yeah, there are no small cards anymore. They are only playing the big ones.
Okay.
You know when you used to buy Pokemon cards, you used to get the big Pokemon cards? They're just dealing in decks of that now.
So, John insists that his plan isn't actually to stab the wizard Shazam over this, that he'd rather have a conversation, but it's good to have a weapon. Unfortunately, Rose Wilson, who can see the future, sees the future just in time to be really upset about something before it happens.
Convenient.
And then be very upset about it when it happens.
Convenient.
Okay.
Yeah. So Captain Marvel Jr. is here, and he ain't a friendly.
He's part of the anti-life zombies.
Okay.
He's been
And-
infected. He tackles the shit out of Jason Todd.
Fuck.
Did he snap Jason's back? Because
Sorry.
He just
Worse.
tackles him straight into a fucking wall. At
is Jason
high speed.
dead?
And I
Jason hits the
directly
ground.
quote the comic here. Being precognitive, Rose Wilson just had to watch her husband die twice.
What the?
It's like, yeah, man, you're not surviving that shit, bro.
Bro.
Nope.
Did they
So-
break his back though, or like? They...
It's pizza, bro. He's
Oh wait! Table, this is all yours.
Okay. So Swamp Thing restrains Captain Marvel Jr.
Uh-huh.
and Batman chucks some like small bombs at him.
Mhm.
Rose pulls off his helmet like a mask for reasons.
Okay.
Okay.
She's gripping it like fabric, but I definitely thought it was a helmet. I don't know. The
Hmm.
wizard, also zombified, tries to approach, and she fucking throws a katana at him into his face, and he drops. But now they have the very serious issue of Captain Marvel Jr. is here and angry and determined to murder them all, and they need the staff. But, quote, can we use it against Freddy? John replies, only the pure of heart can access the wizard's power, and that isn't any of us. Except John Constantine is forgotten about one of his companions on this one. Cass goes for the staff, and in a glorious full panel of Shazam, she takes control of it and kicks the absolute shit out of him. Because equal power or not, Cass is and will always be the greatest physical fighter in the DCU multiverse. Like, it is her, especially since Shiva's dead, but like, she's kicked Shiva's ass before. Cass is the epitome here.
Pause. Excuse me. When did
Yes.
Shiva die? And how?
Anti-life zombie. She probably just got run over by a truck or something, honestly.
Yeah.
Who's killing Lady Shiva?
I don't know.
When she's infected and doesn't have a brain to, like, do the things she's
Be
supposed to
good
be
at
able to
things.
know to do.
Okay.
So I'm throwing a panel into our editing tab for Red because I want him to put it on screen. But I'll keep going in the meantime. So Cass goes to town on Freddy. She basically just uses the power of the staff to be physically strong enough to kick his ass because that's all she needs. We then get the exact line in the book, by the way, is anti-living Captain Marvel Jr. never stood a chance. He sure didn't.
Damn.
But we get a sad little goodbye between Jason and Rose, where he's just kind of like, I've died before. This could be worse. At least this time I'm with somebody I love.
Trying to get used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
His other
And then he
quote
kicks-
is, I'm not so afraid this time.
Which is really sad.
Dude.
So- They've got the staff, they've got the spear, they've got dead man in a blanket. It's
They've
time
got-
to head back.
We've got Shazamity Lamb Cassandra Cain.
Yeah. We're down a Jason Todd, which is unfortunate, but
Oh, we
This
lost
is what
Gunboy.
happens.
Damn it.
yeah.
Oh, darn.
So-
It's not like somebody else on the team can't fire guns.
Right? Like, he's not high
Sure.
stakes useful.
Doesn't
Rose
matter.
demands that this be worth it, and Constantine's like, it was literally our only option. And if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter because we're all going to fucking die. But then Damien points something out that he watched Constantine put Deadman in that blanket, and he's like, dude, you said no one was gonna die. And Constantine's like, I told you I wasn't gonna kill anyone who wasn't already dead. Not the same thing.
Right.
And
so
so
Damien punches.
you full on just bob someone, just cracks one across the man's jaw.
But you know what? Fair enough at this point, right? Which takes us to John Constantine's next and final shenanigans of the issue. Red, do you want to talk about this one? Because I got to do the Cassandra thing.
Absolutely, because listen, deep in my heart, I like this character.
Yeah, I do.
He comes to talk to the Spectre. The Ghost of Wrath. And, the Ghost of Wrath, Mr. Spectre-Man, he's kind of, a little jaded because Constantine is now standing in front of him with the one object in the universe that could end his existence.
Understandably a little concerned.
So, as the spirit of vengeance, Constantine asks him and points out, why don't you use all that power and channel it into a bit of insight? To which the Spectre replies, what do you think I'm motivated by? And then they wish each other good night.
Okay.
You got the speech bubbles wrong, bro. Constantine's the one who says that. Look at the panel again.
Fair enough. That's what happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
The point being that, like, Constantine's going, I am literally doing this for vengeance at this point, so, we should be cool.
Yeah. Why don't you cut a guy some slack here?
All right. All that. Whatever happened to the Phantom Stranger? Nothing going on with him? Nothing?
He's probably gone too.
He's omnipotent as fuck, so I mean...
Maybe he just pieced out.
Maybe he's just like, I don't care about this. I'm done.
Yeah,
This mortal problems and left.
And that's our book for this week.
A fun book. Just
Listen,
so we're clear.
Genuinely, I had the image of Cassandra Cain spoiled for me on Twitter. And
Oh, I'm so sorry.
that's fine because it's how it got me to recommend you the book.
Fair enough.
The end justified the means there. Because I'm like, listen, if anybody in this entire show is going to like Cassandra Cain with the powers of Shazam, it's going to be our very own table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now she has the big lightning bolt, and her bat belt, like the buckle itself, glows too.
Oh, it looks so good! Look at her design! I don't know why they gave her a stupid collar, but like at least she still has peripheral vision.
Jeez.
The collar is as high as the Disco Wing one, I promise you.
Oh God. I have opinions about that, and I'm sure you've heard them before.
Listen, I'm okay with Disco Wing as long as it's done tastefully.
Yeah, but you know what is silly? The version of Damien's Batman that has a giant collar.
Mm.
See if I can find a picture.
I believe that might just be for a different day.
Yeah, you're right.
We have now come to the end of our program. For those that joined us for our just about 2-hour show, thank you for sticking around this long.
Good Lord, thanks.
We would like to remind you that on November 28th at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, there will be a live stream here presented by 630 Cheds Sans Anonymous in benefit for those kids that might not have had a good Christmas this year. We are trying to change that. We recommend everybody grab their friend, grab their parent, grab anybody that you know that doesn't have a Twitch account, or that does, give us a follow on that day. While we appreciate the follows up until that day, that is our drive. For every follow, we will be donating $2. We have found ourselves a company sponsor who will be matching our $2 donation, and so every follow will equal $4. For the first 400 followers. Again, that's do it for the kids.
Yeah, come help us help kids get some cool stuff this year that, they might not otherwise get a chance to have. So,
a reminder again, that's November 28th at 1:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Isn't a better cause than kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
What I'd like to do now is send all of our nice viewers, our very loyal viewers who have stuck around this long, to another channel that is having another 4-person discussion.
Oh.
The channel is called Goose the Great, and their stream title reads as follows: Trunks Up Episode 6, Kel's Got New Hair. I don't know what that means. It just seemed like similar content relevant to us. So I figured I'd send them there.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know.
Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. And we'll see you guys here next week.
Have a good night.